You are doing well. We see on the screen Taraji P. Henson. Um, I've seen a few things about her on the internet. Don't agree with everything, especially, I know she's for the brothers and, build up the men, and that's okay. Good luck with that because sorry to say, I saw quite a few of them saying, "Oh, she complaining about the color purple," going on and on about that. So here's my deal. I was speaking with someone, a friend of mine, and he made an interesting comment. He was like, "Well, maybe maybe should have pretty much just saying maybe she should have kept her mouth shut because she messed the movie up." Okay, opening day was what over around $18 million. Opening day was reported. The budget was $100 million based on my research, and it's grossed like $59 to $60 million. So yeah, kind of in the hole. So it's like, yeah, maybe she should. Why would she do that to sabotage the movie? Maybe she should have kept her mouth shut. And here's my thing. I've had a friend. He's a businessman, um, dealing with a rap artist, putting money out there. And I remember him telling me, like, some things going wrong. They got some girls here, going to be some dancers. And when they were filming for this video, he's like, yeah, I kind of noticed that things were kind of, getting kind of humdrum. So he's like, you want to keep morale going. You want to keep everybody morale going. You don't want to be all humdrum. So long story short, I guess they took a break. Like, hey, you know what? We're gonna all go to lunch, go here, get some food, yada yada. Everybody, let's go, make everybody happy because he wanted to keep the morale up. So we did that. Then they came back, got to work. Mission accomplished. And I get it. He's like, because in business, you want to make sure that you treat people well. They're kind of good to get feeling. Therefore, it's more comfortable. It's a better environment, more positive. Hey, let's go. And I get it. And so I applied that to the same thing here. So I will say this: she's in an income bracket that especially me and some of you guys too, we could dream of, okay? But of course you want to get paid your worth. It's like if you're a surgeon and it's like, okay, so this figure right here is going to be, I'm not a surgeon, just guessing, $300,000. And someone says, well, hey, I got 225. No, I'm going to need the full amount because I'm doing the same work. So that I get it. You want to get paid what you're worth. So he said, maybe she should have kept her mouth shut and she messed the movie up. And we've heard about this from Monique when people thought, oh, well, she's just difficult, and now Taraji, and it's nothing new. It's nothing new. And so my thing is, at some point, you have to speak out. What does Monique say? They always tell her, oh, next time, next time. So take this lower pay and next time. Well, when is next time going to come? You'll be looking up, it's been 10 years. Next time, next time. Like politicians, oh, we're going to get to you next time, and next time ends up being no time. So I thought about it and I said, but she has the right to speak up about it. Oh, for sure. It's like somebody want to, okay, here's a vehicle. This car here is 100,000. Well, I got 54. Well, you don't have this vehicle, is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna take less if it was me trying to sell it. So I thought about it, and it's like I imagine some people may blame her for the sales going down. Again, Christmas Day, I personally, I'm like, oh, we're gonna go and see it. Color Purple. I'm looking forward to it. Gonna go see it, and then um didn't go sit on Christmas Day, but plan on seeing it. And then some more news dropped, and it was like, this came out. So some people may feel that Taraji messed the movie up. But I will say this: at this level, you should already know there's going to be press, and people are going to be asking the actors and the actresses how they feel about certain things. How is it like working on the movie? So, what do you all think? Was she supposed to stay all positive? Okay, to get the movie to not to tell her truth, So it can, boost it up and get more sales. And maybe just next time don't work with, Oprah if she felt that kind of way, or anyone who she felt was underpaying her, whoever Oprah's production staff is. Should she have maybe just kept her mouth shut and say, hey, it was a great experience, maybe kind of doctor it up, make it look good to get the sales up so the movie can be a success? Or do you think she did the right thing in speaking her truth? Did she do the right thing in speaking in what she felt was her truth? And seeing the interviews, I think it was a build-up. It wasn't just this movie. I think it was also, in my opinion, prior movies. And maybe she expected, again, I can't read her mind, don't know her personally. Maybe she expected more about being Oprah, another black woman. But I think she had the right to speak her truth and just say it what it is. See, because quite often that's what we always do. Smile for the camera, cheese, everything's fine. And in the BC, no matter how black women are being abused, misled, misled a whole lot, mammy biscuits, misinformation, don't you dare think outside the box. It's kind of an unwritten word. We just spoken words. We just sort of go along with the program, just go along with it and get what you can get. So used to scuffling. Some may say, hey, why did she not speak out on other movies if she felt that way? She worked with Tyler Perry, and I've never heard a complaint. I haven't heard anybody, and I know people say, "Oh, what Tyler?" I can disagree with someone on a statement, and I don't have to be on the TDG group. You know, the Larry Lightbill thing going on. I call it Larry Lightbill guy, Lactavius the Lightbill guy, and a few dinners. I don't agree with that at all. But I'm not so limited. Like, oh, I just can't stand it. Tyler Perry. That's small minded. Even if I didn't like somebody, I can walk away. Hell, I love the show Sisters. Yo, that's my show. Woo! The latest. Oh my goodness. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I know, major fan. But anyway, and people take that. Oh, she said she still like Tyler Perry. I'm not small minded. People, this same group of people, since we want to, I want to touch on that, we'll holler about, oh, and all this racism, and yet we love it every day, support it every day. So let's talk. How about that? Oh, we don't have any businesses because you always turn down your own, but anybody else can come in the hood and get rich guaranteed. Ask Mr. Wong. Yeah, about that. But yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, she had the right to speak her truth, how she felt. Did it have an impact on the movie? I think it did. Because people saw, we've been hearing different things about, celebrities and maybe about Oprah. And there are things I heard prior to this here that I heard I didn't like, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to believe. I don't want to believe that about Oprah. That person says this here, they're entitled to their opinion, keep it moving. So yeah, some people felt, and I'm sure others feel that way. Maybe she messed the movie up. Maybe she should have just kept her mouth shut, and then decide, hey, next time, maybe we cannot work together. I get it. So I want to know, what do you all think about it? Do you think she should have maybe just, kept it quiet? Don't say anything. And then next time around, just say, hey, I'm going to decline. I don't think it was done with intent. I just think she did her interview, and she seems to be the one to kind of keep it real. And the next thing you know, it developed pretty much a life, a story on its own. It was sad, but I think, it deserved to be out there, for people to hear it. So anyway, let me know what you all think about this. Do you think maybe she should have just, been quiet and maybe not said anything? Do you think, hey, this is part of the reason? And I think so too, because here's the deal about it. A lot of people, when it comes to the underdog, that's who they're gonna side with. That, be it a person rich like Taraji, celebrity, Hollywood, got a bag, a hell of a bag. But You think about it. A lot of people, they're gonna side with the underdog. No one likes a person who's like, wow, you're really doing this? You're gonna catch that heat. So yeah, do I think my opinion it probably affected the movie? Of course. I still haven't gone to see the movie. And I was again looking forward to it. But that came out, it's like, wow, really? A bad taste in your mouth. And it's sad that they couldn't have a conversation before. But I think she spoke her truth and it developed a story of its own and it went viral. Just went viral. So yeah, it's like so, it's like people may say, hey, maybe she should have just kept her mouth shut and not said anything. You messed the movie up. They're entitled to their opinion. But I think it gets to the point where people get tired and fed up. I don't care what how much money that they're worth. They get tired and fed up. And I think this came out. And some may say, well, why did it have to be on Oprah? The thing about it, I think too, we as a group, we don't have the collective love that most groups have for each other. Most groups do. We don't protect each other like that. And I think more so, people say, hey, you know what? It's like saying we're both women, we're both black women. You're going to maybe expect a little more understanding, more compassion, but that may not be so. Even if it's not Oprah directly, it could be people that work for her. You understand what I'm saying? So I think there's like, hey, you may expect more because of that. Most people do. If it's people going for a job interview, and I've seen this. Some people are gonna get it because they know somebody. Well, I know this person, they're on the board, yada yada yada. Oh, it's a shoe and why they have camaraderie, and the same thing here. But again, I think she had a right to speak her piece. I don't think it was planned at all. I think the question was asked, and she's shooting from the hip, and I think she seemed obviously very hurt by it, and it came out. Do I blame her for messing the movie up? I don't. I don't. I just think that we all had an image, um, color purple, Oprah Winfrey, what have you, and this wasn't part of it. Again, I've heard people say things before about it, and I was like, wow, I don't want that to be true because I like her. But yeah, it is what it is. But I don't blame her for speaking out. My thing is, why we even have to get that far? Why couldn't it at some point, while they were negotiating, having communication, having these issues, why couldn't we make sure, knowing it's going to be follow-up interviews? I mean, come on. Why couldn't we squash it before then? Get the movie done. Let's talk about it. What's going on? Let's try to make everybody happy if we can. Did someone feel disrespected? So why couldn't we communicate way before, when this happened? Okay, so we want you to be happy working here. Why can't we do that? Want to be? What can we do to accommodate you? That way, it's not a very toxic atmosphere. And then down the line, the toxicity won't leak out, but it did. I wish that would have happened. And then that way it would have been, hey, you know what? We had some issues and we worked through them. You're not gonna always agree. Sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Some things it's for business. I got a call yesterday. Didn't want to deal with it, but guess what? It's my business. And here we go. That's me out there, my name out there. So here we go, showtime. Problem solved. Okay, anything more that I can do for you? Well, listen, I appreciate your business. I understand, yada, 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 and we good to go. And there we go. And I'm back to doing my other things. So it's like, I wish, that's the one thing about it. They say, oh, and some people feel that way. She messed it up. Why couldn't we have had that conversation prior? And then that way, when it's all said and done, things were smoothed over, no ill feelings. That to me would have been preferred. But obviously, it didn't go down like that. So yeah, let me know what you all think. Do you think that she messed it up? Maybe she should have kept her mouth shut. You know? Is she the blame? Or hey, maybe her truth came out. And I'm just gonna be honest, it was just a bad look. Bad PR. Was a bad, bad, bad look. The receipts that came out. and other people, pretty much saying, yeah, well, good thing she spoke out or we wouldn't have had. I was like, wow, okay. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think maybe she should have maybe waited till after the movie and she'd have limited herself, or was she within her right? I think she was in her right to speak her truth. Did it have an effect on the movie? We all have our opinion on that. So yeah, some people may feel that way, that hey, maybe she shouldn't have said that because maybe that wasn't a good look, and maybe that affected the sales. So if it took $100 million budget, and it made 60, it's already streaming now. It's streaming right now. I saw it streaming. Are we looking at a $40 million right now? But it may make some money down the line. We'll see what the streaming does. But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are on the issue. Thanks for listening, and I'm out.